Hi guys, and welcome. I just wanted to go through the Crystal Palace versus Hartlepool game for those of you who weren't able to get there and enjoy the show. I was able to get there. For those who don't know, I do live quite a long way from Selhurst Park these days, although I was born there originally or very near there. So unfortunately, I don't get to go to all of the games, but I did with my brother. We went to see this Hartlepool game, and if you look on the YouTube channel, you will see my little snippets of my day down there. It was great to be back in Croydon again and to see the ground again. Absolutely fantastic. I was in the away end. Sorry, I was in the Homesdale end, and right at the very top, right at the very back. So there was a bit of a lack of oxygen up there, but it was very good and it was a fantastic view from there. I don't think I've been right at the very top, at the very back before. Fantastic view of the pitch for anybody who's got the season tickets up there. Anyway, I'm going into the Crystal Palace Hartlepool game, and we had no Zaha, no AU playing, or even in the squad, but we did have some very talented youngsters in the team and in the squad. So just going to go through the team here that came out. You had Butland in goal, Ward, Kelly, Gehi, and Mitchell. So Anderson out for this game. Then we had Gallagher, Milojevic, and Shalup in the middle. So Hughes again was missing. And then Lacey, Mateta, and Eze up front. So it was a good squad. You know, it's not may not be the squad that Vieira wants to put out week in, week out, but it was a good squad, and and it was very open from the very first moment of the game. When they kicked off, you could see that we had the a lot of the ball. We were playing really well. We were passing it around quite well, doing a lot of passing around at the back again, which I know is what something Petrovieira wants us to do. But I think sometimes it kind of wastes a little bit of time when we could actually be trying to go forward. But anyway, it's just a small niggle. It's nothing really that can be a real problem. But from the very beginning, we kind of stamped our authority on this game and opened up the Hartlepool defence quite a lot, and that in fact led to the very first goal after just 4 minutes when Mark Gehi managed to stick his foot out and hit it in the back of the net, and it was. It's one of those goals that from the very beginning you could see something was happening. You could see that we were going to create chances in this game, and boy did we create chances in this game, but it only stayed at 2-0, and I'm going to go into that in a little moment. But he's got the first goal, and you know we were kind of cruising almost at that point. We were cruising, and you could see that Hartlepool were working there really hard. They were trying to close us down. They were trying to stay and remain in their shape and in their form. But we just had a little bit too much for them on the day, which is a shame because you know I really enjoyed having the experience with Hartlepool. You know their team and their managers and their supporters are really fantastic, and I know there are a lot of Palace fans who have donated to the manager's wife's fund for her chemotherapy and her cancer treatment. So absolutely fantastic, all of you guys out there that have contributed to that. It's fantastic that the club have also put money towards it as well, and also, of course, supplied the coaches for the travelling fans. But that's a fantastic little gesture there. But that was it. That was how we were going forward. And then just a little bit after that, on 22 minutes, a Lacey managed to get the second goal. And at that point, I was kind of thinking this is going to be one of those goals that one of these games we're going to score a lot of goals. You know, we're going to be all over them, and we were quite. We had quite a lot of possession. I'm going to go into the stats right now so you can see the possession that we had. But I'm just going to go into the substitutes first. We had a lot of substitutes towards the end of the game. We had Hughes came on. We had Klein came on. Benteke came on. Edward came on, and also Adarmola, who was his first senior appearance for the club, and he actually played really well. He was energetic. He tried to get involved in the game. You know, he came on quite late. I think there was only about 5 minutes of the game left when he came on, but he came on and he worked hard. He did his bit. He got involved in the skirmishes and tried to pass the ball out the way that Patrick Vieira wants us to. Really great to see him on the pitch, and I hope that we see a lot more from him because he looks like a really good person to have in the squad. I'm going to go up now to the stats because that's going to be something that you're going to be interested to see. We had 21 shots at goal to Hartlepool's 9. Now, all credits to Hartlepool. They did create chances, and they did test our keeper. They tested Button on a couple of occasions. There was some really good low arching shot that low volley that kind of almost crept in Butland's post, but he managed to get it away. So there were some good moments from Hartlepool. They did play really well, and they worked really hard. But you can see from the stats here that we had kind of the measure of the game for most of it. We had 61% possession, 606 passes to their 394, 87% accuracy, which is really good. And it was, apart from that, it was fairly equal, same amount of corners, similar offsides. Um, but you look at the shots on target, 21 shots, nine on target for Hartlepool, three on target. And if you were at the game, or if you've seen the game or listened to it, you will know that we could easily have scored all of those nine shots that we had on target. We had one of, I think Mateta could have scored a hat trick on his own. He had three fantastic chances in front of goal. I have no idea how the ball stayed out of the net, because one ricocheted off the post and came back out. One was at the keeper, and I think another one hit the keeper as well. It was just, he was working really hard, Mateta, and certainly I think that on another day he would have bagged at least one or two goals. It's a shame that he's not quite on the money with terms of finishing yet, but I'm sure that's something that he will build up over time. And also, other people had a go. Alesi had a go. Gallagher was in there having a go, and obviously Eze was having a go. So we were having lots of shots on goal. I don't know how only two went in, but all credit to Hartlepool. They worked really hard in defence, and as soon as the ball didn't go in, they were getting it and clear away, and they were working really hard. So it was a fantastic game. I'm really glad that I went there. The atmosphere was amazing. Hartlepool fans, I can't say enough about them. They were really great, and it was great to see the players clapping, the Palace players clapping the Hartlepool fans, and I know a lot of Palace fans were clapping the Hartlepool players as they came off. I was up there as well, clapping with them, because they come a long way. They gave it a good go, and most of all, they were quality fans. They really did. They really were fantastic. Let me know your comments though. Let me know what you think about the game. If you can either comment on, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can comment in the comments below, or if you are listening to this as the podcast, then you can comment on my Twitter account, which is Palace to the Core. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that we need a bit more finishing ability, a bit more practice on the finishing of our goals? What do you think of Hartlepool? How do you think they played? What did you think of the fans? Were you there at the game? How did you think it went? Let me know what you think in the comments. And until next time, thank you for joining me. Goodbye.